Hello everybody, I'm Andrew and I'm coming to you today from CGI. Not from CGI, this is recorded in the middle of the lockdown, which explains the home life behind me, the complete lack of a tie and the beard. But because so many of our projects are critical in nature to government and the infrastructure we all rely on, we are all still working. And I suppose this brings me on to one of the things I want to talk to you about today, which is the importance of being able to adapt. Adapt as a potential recruit, adapt your ways of working, and show your future employer that you can adapt. Now, I have colleagues who are also recording videos that speak directly to those people who want to join us and who've got a high-flying background in the academic side of IT, mathematics, or business management. But they're not the only people we're after, and it all comes back to that idea of adaptability. I love working for CGI, and it's a place where I've kind of found my corporate home after a long time in the wilderness. And my use of metaphors probably speaks to my academic background, because originally I started out with a theology degree. So how did I get here? The answer is I don't quite know. I spent my 20s traveling the world and having interesting adventures. And that taught me something very important. That taught me to adapt. And as a company, that is something that CGI value very strongly. Yes, of course, knowledge of IT and management principles is useful, but that can be trained. When you come for interview with a firm like ours, they look for that ability to adapt. They look for that ability to be a thinking problem solver. And that's because CGI as a company aren't an IT business. As a supplier, we are an IT problem solving business. Our core principle is that we see our client's success as our success, which means if they have a problem, we have a problem. If they have a problem that we haven't anticipated, we're probably doing something a little bit wrong. And that ability to adapt and think on our feet is essential now in the time of the lockdown, but is something that CGI will look for at recruitment. Because at the end of the day, they want you to know a given technology, if they want you to know a given set of management tools, they can send you on a course. And as a company, CGI are willing to invest thousands of pounds. And I'm just mentally totting up this year's bill. And for me alone, it's probably been about £6,000 on training, on development. Because you can teach somebody a technology, you can teach somebody a management tool set. You can't teach attitude and adaptability and resourcefulness. So if you're out there and you're thinking, I want to work for a firm like CGI because they do the kind of work I'm interested in, because they're involved in the kind of projects that I know make a difference, and you're thinking, well, why would CGI be interested in me? Bear in mind that if you're interviewed, especially if you find yourself facing me on an interview panel, that we're going to be looking for that ability to adapt, that ability to prioritize and solve problems. The way you explain this does not have to be grounded in what you did on your degree or even an IT project. We have people come to us and talk about problems they've solved for charities, in their home lives, in the most unconnected circumstances to what we do. I was asked at interview, give an example of a time when you've adapted to solve a problem. And my answer to that had nothing to do with IT. My answer to that was grounded in helping to make a classroom for special needs kids accessible and safe to work in. Well, it wasn't just a classroom, it was a science lab. So I had all these rules and regulations that I had to structure the work around. And I'm still not sure why, although I enjoy the job, but something about that answer and that the display of the ability to recognize a problem, research it, and then show an adapted problem-solving response was what CGI was looking for. And I see that time and time again with colleagues when we're asked who knows something about, who can help me with this issue or this problem. Working for CGI isn't a job where you come in and you have a desk and you sit there and you do what you're told to do, and then at the end of the day you go home. It's a job where you come in and you get your work done with the support of your colleagues. And somebody will approach you during the day and say, I don't suppose you know anything about this issue, and you'll take a few minutes out and fix that for them. And the person asking you might be a colleague, might be a line manager, might be a client. But a key part of what we do is solve those problems. So if you can find a way to show us that when you come to interview, that's a capability you have, CGI are a great company to work for because, and certainly in my case, they're willing to take a chance and develop you the rest of the way. So if you're out there wondering where do you fit in, and you've had an interesting career to date, or you've gone down a road less travelled, there may still be something you can offer us. So please do feel free to get in touch, reach out to our recruitment teams, whether it's the graduate program or something, or an individual vacancy that suits you at your stage in life. And who knows? Best of luck, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy.